it. Yeah, sometimes it's not people suffer in silence
Mm-hmm.
and are hurting. And this feeling can be the result of home environment or the wider community. Um, who would have thought that these two ladies who told their stories the other day were having such experiences? That is what I gather, from
Mm-hmm.
them telling their stories. But the good part of it is that, well, I'm saying it was so refreshing to know that they are with the right group of people is always there, not only to give a listening ear, but to give the assistance that is needed. And I remember giving the example of this young lady who I know quite well. She did not pass through my hands really, as others did, but I saw something in her, and this I pointed out, and now she is shooting for the stars. I'm not going to be long, so I'm going to conclude. In my conclusion, let us be reminded, however, at Romans chapter 15, verse 13, that Jesus promises us that if we believe in him, he will grant us peace and joy and the hope that we seek. So here we are in this group called Autonomy that God provides for us, people who are our leaders, our friends, and our counselor. This is my take up, Miss Norbert.
Go
I'm
ahead.
finished now. I'm finished.
Well said, Maria.
No, let someone else speak.
No, no one else has raised their hand, so you can go ahead.
Um, right. Well, as was that Miss Sylvie?
Yes, that's me.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. It is important, who you're around. You're who's encouraging you, and that's like was that Dr. Roberts? I don't know who that was that was speaking. The speaker sounded like.
Oh, that's Nyron Gold.
Oh, okay, sound like Dr. Roberts. But anyway, it's important to have the right support group, and it's also important. Sometimes you just can't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing.
Mm-hmm.
If you know that you don't have a supportive group, then you have to find those who will support you. So that's what, one of the good things about Atomy. There's a lot of opportunity for us to support one another and to encourage one another. So, but what the speaker was speaking about in terms of systems,
yes,
you do have to have a system in place that you work. Most of us have some things that we're always consistent about. And now I'm not talking about bathing and combing your hair and brushing your teeth. Those are systems that are in place. That there's something that you do. I think if we look at the things that we do regardless, whether the sun is shining or it's storming, or whether maybe I'll give an example. So I have a prayer group, a call that I do every noon at 12. And I was called to do this prayer call because we're trying to promote revival. Sometimes the people don't come on the call. Sometimes it's just me and maybe one other, but the consistency is there regardless. 365 days out of the year, 24 hours, 24 each day for 1 or 2 or 3 hours. Sometimes it goes on, but the consistency. So the reason why I say that is I think if we take a look of where am I consistent and then apply that to our business, apply that same type of consistency, that same type of drive, that same type of obedience, that it would help us to move further in our business and help our business to grow. But we've got to put systems in place. You can't make it without a system. Now, Atomy has given us many systems that we can apply, but there's nothing like your initiative system that what ignites you. Have that in place. For me, it is prayer that ignites me for my prayer call every day. Prayer ignites me, and the need for it that ignites me. So I apply that to every other area of my life. And now with my businesses, because I have more than one business, I apply those to all of those different areas and be just allow that consistency and those systems to work for me. But I think another thing is important too, is that you have to come, many of us have been beaten down by life, and we don't have the self-resolve or the self-esteem. So I think that's an area that we need to explore, to look at, to build. You got to build your self-esteem. You've got to become fully self-developed on your own. You've got to love yourself enough. Some of us may have been told we're unlovable, you're never going to succeed, but those are obstacles that get in the way. And it could be a cultural thing, because one of the reasons why I came up with 7 years, because I looked at the Korean people, especially the crown masters and the imperial masters, and looked at it, well, how long did it take them? Some it took 10 years, some 13 years. So I said, okay, I'm going to shoot for 7 years, because my culture and my climate is different from theirs. In their culture, they're more driven. In third world countries, other third world countries, not that Korea is a third world, but like Thailand and other places, the people are more driven. So it doesn't take them as long. But in the culture I live in, it's so much education has to take place. We live in a microwave, instantaneous, I want it right now society here in America. So it makes a difference where we set our goal at, so I just wanted to share. That's kind of what I got from listening this morning, that there's some things that have to be gotten out of the way first before you can have success, even before you can create a system. You got to get over yourself. I yield back to you, Nola.
So we have KJ and then Miss Carol, and then we'll go forward. So KJ, not too long. KJ, you're unmuted. We're not hearing you. Okay, we'll go to Miss Carol and we'll come back to KJ. Miss Carol?
Good morning. I just want to say I was on a Zoom a couple of nights ago, and it was not an admin Zoom. It was actually a network marketing Zoom, and the guy was talking about the problem that he see with everybody. And as he talked, and several of my teammates was on there, and a few of us talked later, and what we figured out was, one, he said the problem with people in network marketing is this: lack of follow up. He said, you all get all these contacts, you talk to people one time, you never go back and talk to them again. You don't even call your people and ask them how they like your service or your product. You do not contact them, and that's one of the major issues is follow up. And we say this all the time: lack of follow up. And a lot of people, I said to one of my teammates just yesterday, and I think it was a day before, she said, well, but Miss Bain, I've called them 10 times and they're not responding. I said, well, call them 10 more. I said, we don't put ourselves in the shoes and say, what got us there? What got me? What got me? What got me? Because I said to this young lady, I said, how long did I chase after you before you decided to call me back? Well, I didn't think of it like that. I said, that's the problem. And people feel the same way you did. But now that you're involved, you want everybody to just jump on board, jump on board. No, they're going to act like you. So, but you have to keep on following up. Look at KFC, Colonel Sanders. How many times did he get no? How many times have people gotten no, no me, not today, maybe tomorrow? We have to change our mindset. And Marie just said something that I wrote down. It's like I tell my team all the time. I have this book that this lady wrote. Get out your head. Get out your head and get out your way. We're so in our own way because we want to go the way we want to go right then. That's not the way business works. It takes time. It takes effort. That's just like if you don't go to your job every day, they're not gonna pay you. Right. So if you're putting 8 to 12 hours a day in your job, why don't you put in 2 hours a day in your own business, which is Atomy? We have to make a change. That's how business works. Another thing he said that's a problem. We don't upsell. I said upsell. He said when you go to these fast food restaurants, he said, think about McDonald's, Burger King. They'll say, would you like to up that? Would you like to up that? Would you like to, instead of getting a small, we'll give you for a quarter more, we'll give you the
Super
large.
size.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Supersize. Why don't you supersize what you're getting? But we don't do that. He say, okay, he said, if you're selling something, whether it's a service or a product, I need you to do something. He said, this is what you need to do. Whatever they bought from you, I'm gonna use the toothpaste. They bought the toothpaste from you last week. When you call them back, talk to them about the laundry detergent. Yeah. Talk to them about the skincare. Talk to them about the body lotion and tell them how it repels mosquitoes. Talk to them about something else. The more you talk to their cousin about another item, they will buy it and try it. But you have to first become your own best customer. That's where a lot of us lose. I watch my downline and people lie and say, oh, I bought, and I say, when did you buy it? Well, I bought it last week. I said, well, it didn't show up on my report for you to buy it. You mean you get to see what I buy? Yes, I do. That's the difference. You have to stop people, and you don't have to be ugly because people think when you say something, and you have to be able to take criticism. You have to be able to take criticism. And when we get out our own way, get out our own head, stop feeling like people attacking you, it will make a difference. Just listen. I promise you, Miss Lawrence and all the other Royal Masters and Crown Masters and Imperial Masters did not get where they are not listening to people. You have to be able to take some criticism. The other thing he talked about is referral. How many people do you ask for referrals? How many? People, that's another big area. That's a problem. Your people have, let's say, the average person have at least 400 names in their contacts in that file. Why aren't you asking them for referral? If they like the product, or did you tell your sister? How many siblings do you have? What about your nieces and nephews? And gifting. We have not learned how important it is, no matter where if you go into a wedding, birthday, anniversary, I don't care what it is. If they put on that register that they are registered at such a store, quickly, my thing, you know they're not, they registered at it. Until you start gifting, I don't care if they want them pots and pans. If you're going to buy them pots and pans, buy one from Adam. Everybody can use the toothpaste and toothbrush. Everybody. Those travel kits are amazing for wedding gifts. So is this travel skincare that has the body wash and shampoo in it. We have to look at what's in our back office. One of the biggest issues that I see with my team is, and with a lot of people, if you don't know what's in your back office. You never go to ATG mall, so you don't know what's there. So when you're on these Zooms and people show a product, you ask them where it is. You should know where it is. Because if you go there, you wouldn't know. We have to start doing that. Please start doing something different. That's the only way we're going to get where we need to be. Thank you so very much. Y'all have a blessed day.
You're welcome. KJ, are you still Are you available before we move forward? Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
I'll
Not too
pass.
long.
I'll pass. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll pass.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
You know, I wanted to just Miss Carol. Thank you, Miss Carol, for saying everything that you said. It's just so important. It's so pertinent to us. One of the things you were saying about the travel kits. If we know travel agents that send people on trips, that's a great idea. Is to get them, sign them up to buy those travel kits as gifts to their customers, because those travel kits have everything in them that they need. And another thing she was saying about the toothbrush and the toothpaste. Now I have neighbors who they shop with me, but when she was speaking, I said, you know what? They're not. And she said everybody should be on the toothpaste and toothbrush. But I'm going to take them, my neighbors, toothbrush and toothpaste as a gift, because it doesn't hardly cost me anything. But you know, they already shop with me, right? They're already signed up, but they're buying other things. They're buying like skincare and you know, sanitary napkins and things of that nature. But they're not using the toothpaste and the toothbrush. But that's a good way to get people started. So thank you for saying what you said, Ms. Carol.
Yeah, and what Miss Carol said about upgrading, I do that. For my customers that call me to place the order, I have one gentleman, someone introduced him to Hemoheme. So every time he calls, I said, okay, the first time he got his Hemoheme, the second time, I said, hey, I would like for you to try our toothbrush and our toothpaste. And he's like, really? I said, let me tell you all about it. He goes, okay, I'll try it. So when so I said to him, so next time when you call, we're going to talk about the men's product, the men body wash. He's like, oh, you guys have that? I said, yes, because he doesn't go to the website. He's like, I don't have the time, the way I work, I don't have the time. So I have to now, as Carol said, upsell him every time because he's not going to the website. So he already knows that the next time when he calls to place his Hemoheme at the end of this month, we're going to be talking about the men's body wash and the body lotion, because we already touched on that with him. So I do that, Miss Carol. So that's great. For anyone that called me, I'm always telling them about something else to try. Because you want your people to not just buy the same one product all the time. Because if they're like, oh, I don't want to buy that product anymore, you lost that customer when we have so many other products on the website. So yeah, great call. So, and yesterday, Miss Jen did an awesome call. I hope some of you guys were on there. She's going to be doing this call every Thursday, not this coming Thursday because she's away, but from there on, Thursdays, I think it's what, at 4?
All right, I think it's at 4.
Yeah. If you are new and you really want to learn, Miss Jen is the best. Don't miss that call. All righty. So we're going to, let me see what's in the chat. Oh yeah, Miss Carol said it's graduation time. It's Father's Day coming up. So we have all these products. We can make sure you take care of the dads, because you know they are so tired of getting ties. You see them on social media and they're telling you we get the same thing every year. So ladies, no ties. The men are tired of it. They want to feel like you actually went out of your way to get them something, which is true, because we want them to go out of their way to get us presents. Oh, Mr. CJ.
Yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, now. Good morning, family. This is wonderful. Interactive Fridays, freestyle Fridays. But now that I apologize, I'm in a very noisy environment. I'm just gonna have to mute real quick because I really don't want to have this dissonance today.
Actually, we're
But
not hearing anything. We're not hearing anything in your background. Yeah.
this day is wonderful.
I
So
have the
I
motto.
would go with
Okay, but you are breaking up. Yeah, you're breaking up.
Yes, CJ, you're breaking up, so I'll go ahead and take over.
minute.
Yeah, from here. Mhm.
Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, so guys, we're gonna go ahead and start with our company motto now. So you guys can go ahead if you're available and you don't have a lot of noise in your background. You can go ahead unmute, and we're gonna company motto. Okay. So I'm gonna give you the count of 3, and then we're gonna go ahead and start with the company motto. So 1, 2, 3.
Cherish
Cherish
the
the
Cherish
Cherish
spirit,
the spirit,
Create
create the
vision,
vision,
follow
follow
the
follow
the
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 faith,
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 serve
serve and
serve
serve
ability.
with
with
humility.
humility.
humility,
Aja,
Aja,
Aja.
Aja,
Aja.
Aja.
Okay, wonderful. We're gonna skip the company profile this morning because it's already 10:21, and I really want to finish the presentation I started yesterday on the products. And get going.
No problem, no problem. So we're gonna go ahead and move on.
Then, go ahead.
Yeah, hey Navlat, before you start the video, let's go ahead and introduce anyone new to the call this morning. Do we have anyone that's new on the call this morning that would love to unmute themselves and let us know where you're calling from, who invited you to the call, and we will go from there. All right, so don't be shy. We're all a family here, Atomy family. So if you have anyone new on the call, go right ahead, unmute yourself if you can, or you can go ahead and put it in the chat, and we'll go ahead and welcome you to the family. All right. If not, we'll go ahead and move on to the rest of the.
I don't think we have anyone that's new.
Yep, we love to hear from our new people. So.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on. So you got the stage novelette to continue the video from yesterday. All right, it's all yours.
Now B complex is excellent. And again, 3-month supply with our products, absolute quality, absolute price. Now, why do we need B complex? Especially for women, men need it too, but it helps us, actually both, for both of us, because we're the same. The only difference between a male and a female is our organs and the testosterone compared to, us. So for us as once we get to a certain age, we really need to start supplementing so we can stay healthy, because a lot of these products here, especially niacin and so forth, we are deficient in the United States. Now, B complex helps with, as it says, how do you know you're not getting enough B vitamins? Skin rashes, crack around the mouth, scaly skins on the lips, swollen tongue, fatigue, weakness, anemia, confusion, irritability or depression, nausea. They said abdominal cramping, constipation, numbness or tingling in the feet and hands. So those are some signs of deficiency in vitamin B. So if you have any of those, you might want to start looking into it and supplement. So now it's showing you all the reasons, the benefits of it here. It has the B2, again, which helps with energy and cellular function, the niacin, the digestive system, skin and nerves, fatty acid for B5, B6 plays a role in mood regulation. Just as it's showing here, if you have any of those that I just listed as symptoms, it's telling you what the different complexes does. Then the B7 the body to metabolize protein and process glucose. A lot of us are deficient in glucose as well. Then B9, cell function and formation of DNA, and B12 requires normal red blood function formation for neurological function and DNA system. So this is where the nerve comes in with the B12. When you hear someone is saying, oh, they're having nerves issue, and then B1 support energy, helps to convert food into usable energy and necessary for growth, development, and function of the cells. So that's where the B comes in. So we need that as well. Then our wonderful vitamin C, because we did heme already, and the ginseng. So vitamin C, I always do heme and vitamin C together. 96 guys for $19. You can't beat that. And it's a product that works. It gives energy as well. I've had people that I've shared it with, just the vitamin C alone, and they'll call me and say, oh my gosh, I've gotten so much energy from taking this vitamin C. So it helps with energy. It helps to alkalize your body a bit, and it helps to remove mucus from the body. So this is an excellent product for what we're dealing with now in, well, the flu season that we haven't seen flu. We're just having corona, but it helps with all of that because you do get a lot of mucus with the virus as well. And it talks about free radical damage and all that. So why do we need vitamin C? Vitamin C helps you to absorb iron. So if you're deficient in vitamin C, you're not absorbing iron. So that's where it comes in. And as it shows here, the different color food groups, it also helps to protect your memory function, your ability to not have Alzheimer's or dementia. It helps tremendously with that. It helps you to avoid gout. It helps to manage your blood pressure. It helps with your, that irritable bowel disease. It helps with that as well. Helps to lower heart disease. It helps to shorten your illness, which is true. If I feel, my daughter is she's like, oh, I'm not feeling so great. Give me some vitamin C. My niece is 13, and listen, she doesn't play around with her vitamin C. And I can tell you, if you feel the cold coming on and you take 2 of those sticks of vitamin C, you feel a relief in no time at all. You just keep taking it, you feel the relief coming on. You start to feel better. My sister was able to sell heme at church for someone that was coming down really bad, was about to pass out, and she gave her 2 sticks of the vitamin C and sent her home with 2. The next day, the young lady called and ordered. This product works. It also helps to promote your eye health. And scurvy. I don't know if we were familiar with that, but when they had the outbreak of scurvy back in the days, that is what they used, was vitamin C. So, and of course, they're telling you where to get it. Well, this is where ours come from, and they list mangoes and all that wonderful fruits here and veggies. This is what consists in our color food group: the white, the black, the green, the red, and the yellow, as you can see here. Garlic, onion, pear. So this is basically your antibiotics here, because garlic and onion is in the same family group, and it's God's natural antibiotic. Then you have the black beans, dry seaweed, black sesame seed. Seaweed is excellent. All these are great here. Then you have the broccoli, mugwort, spinach, strawberry, pomegranate, tomato, mango, tangerine, pumpkin, psyllium, lentis, and turmeric. Wonderful lineup of products here in our vitamin C. So this is a product you should never, ever, ever be out of as well. Then we have our wonderful omega-3. And as we can see, the size of our omega-3 It's almost what you see on the container here, very small, not like the giant size that we're used to out there. And guys, this omega-3 really does help with your cholesterol, your plaque buildup in the body. And as we said, ours is from Alaska. They show it here. And you do not have that nasty fish taste after taking it. Typically, you take omega-3 and you burp and you keep having that aftertaste in your mouth. You will not have that with our product here. And why do we need omega-3? As it says, it can help. There's, say, 17 science-based benefits of omega-3 fatty acid. So it can help to fight depression and anxiety. So many products here that's helping with that. Then omega-3 helps with your eye health as well. So we have the eye lutein, then we talk about the vitamin C that helps with that. Now we're talking about omega-3 that helps with that. Then it can also help to reduce metabolic syndrome. Again, also fight inflammation. This is really good to help fight inflammation as well. Omega-3 can fight autoimmune disease. And we have a long list of autoimmune diseases, guys, and omega-3 can help with that. I had the list of it here. I don't know where I put it. Anyway, okay, under autoimmune disease is arthritis, lupus, celiac disease, multiple sclerosis, the list goes on and on, alopecia. I mean, there's so much under autoimmune disease, and heme, omega-3, vitamin C is going to help. Then we have, where am I? So we did that, 3, 4, sorry. Inflammation, autoimmune disease. Then it says it helps, of course, we know plaque buildup, inflammation. It also helps with ADHD in children. So kids really do need omega-3 to help them. And they have done several studies with kids and the results has been traumatic. I mean, really good with the results of ADHD and children with omega-3. So blood pressure, of course, cholesterol, we know that, the triglycerides. So we have the products here, as I said, for a healthier lifestyle. Use the products, share the products. Then we have our wonderful Sephora. Let's go to milk thistle. Did I do milk thistle? I might have skipped milk thistle. Okay, milk thistle. I didn't pull out the information for that. So milk thistle is for our liver. Now, our liver is the largest organ in our body. And guys, we need to take care of our liver because we only have one. And we don't want to have to go on a transplant list waiting for someone to die so we can get a good liver. So it is best to maintain what you have. Take care of what you have. It is said that once you don't know you have liver issue until it is 80% damaged. That's way gone. They don't detect it until it's 80% damaged. So this is why everyone should at least take milk thistle at least once a year. Along with heme, because as we know, heme cleanses the organ as well, but this one is targeting your liver. Milk thistle and rhodiola is about the liver. So they have two products combined here that's targeting your liver to keep it clean and healthy. So you don't have to worry about any issues. And if you've been on any type of prescription drugs for a long period of time, you need to truly consider doing a liver cleanse. If you're on diabetic medication, if you have taken a lot of antibiotics too, antibiotics can destroy your liver. So if you've been on a lot of antibiotics, milk thistle is really something that you should do to keep that liver functioning properly so you can stay healthy. And it is the largest organ in your body because it is the workhorse of the body. So you really need to have it functioning properly. And we have it here, again, as I said, a 3-month supply for $29. And then we go to Sephora Queen. This is for the ladies, menopause and premenopausal issues. Excellent product. It does wonders for the body. And these are what it's comprised of, and it has D, E, and K as well. Sephora Japonica support premenopause and menopause issue, and then soy helps with bone health, and as we see here. And these are the other products that, look again, Angelica Gink is in it. This company likes to use a lot of the products that's in Hemoheme in their supplement as well. And why do we need, after a certain age, we start to have hormonal issues. It becomes imbalanced based on, again, lack of nutrients. Some of the signs that you can tell, we're almost done, for that you're having menopausal issues: hot flashes we're familiar with, night sweat, memory loss, insomnia, dizziness, ringing in the ears. Doctors miss this a lot with women. A lot of women are suffering with ringing in the ear, and they're not associating it with menopausal issues. So that's one. If you hear someone mention that, refer them to Sephora Queen. Loss of appetite, fatigue, lack of concentration, irritability, mood swing, anxiety, depression, sleep problem. Weight gain also is a cause of that, and thinning hair and dry skin. So almost done, guys. One left, two left, and then we're done. Then we go to the product for men. No, we're going to go to spirulina and then for the men's product. Now, if you're a vegetarian, this is a wonderful product for you because I think you get 90% protein from this. So you don't have to eat a lot of meat to get your protein, as they tell you that if you're not eating meat, you're not 60 to 70% protein here. You do not have to eat meat to get your protein. God has given us everything in nature that our body needs. But why I absolutely love spirulina: 18 types of amino acid, 15 types of fatty acid, 13 types of mineral, 12 types of vitamin, and 5 types of antioxidant. It helps so much with the body. And it says here, contains 60 different types of essential nutrients. So as we can see here, wonderful products. Now, guys, we disclose where our product is grown. It's grown in Hawaii. Why am I saying that? When it comes to spirulina, everybody's selling it because it is a superfood. Everyone, please mute your phone. Everybody's talking about spirulina because it is an excellent product for the body. Spirulina is a filter. It absorbs anything that's in the water. They actually use it to clean water sources. But a lot of these companies that's using it to clean their water source turn around and then sell that same spirulina. So when you go out there and just go order spirulina on, I'm not going to say where, we all know where we buy most of our products. There's no disclosure of where it's coming from, no disclosure of where it's grown. And when you do your research, they tell you you need to know where it is grown because they will clean their water supply with it and also sell it, as I said. So just be careful. Now, also what I like is ours is in capsules. A lot of people like powder, but just keep in mind, every time you open that container and you scoop out, oxidation is happening. So by the time you're halfway through that container, that's this big, it's dead. Ours are enclosed in the capsule. So if you want, you can rip that capsule open, put it in your whatever you're making, but at least it is closed, it is locked in. It's not oxidizing. So what are the benefits of spirulina? It helps with, as we said, nutrients. It assists the body in flushing toxins as well. Anything that is green is going to help to detox the body too, including heavy metal. And it's hard to get rid of heavy metal from your body. So spirulina helps with that. It helps with the immune system, blood pressure, weight loss, increased endurance for athletes. It helps with muscle strength. So a lot of athletes use spirulina because it helps with muscle. to fight cancer, prevent recurring yeast infection, and it helps to fight allergies and so forth. So there's lots and lots of benefits to spirulina, but you know, those are some. And then last but not least, for guys, saw palmetto, but this is not just for ladies only. This is for men's prostate health. It is used a lot for prostate health, but also it helps with, let's see if I still have this file up. Okay, wonderful. So it helps also for, it says prevention of hair loss. And this is what saw palmetto looks like. It grows wild here in Florida. Every place you look, you see it. It is used a lot in a lot of hair prevention products. So ladies, you can take it as well, because as we get to that menopausal age, thinning hair happens. So it's going to help with that. It helps with urinary tract infection. So that's where both men and women can also use it for their weak bladder, urinary tract infection, and so forth. Prostate health. A lot of men are diagnosed with prostate cancer. But as you do your research, they say a lot of times you're diagnosed with prostate cancer when you really just have an enlarged prostate. So take saw palmetto after you reach a certain age to prevent all of that, prevention. So you don't have to worry about that later. And it, you know, and decrease inflammation, regulate testosterone level in men. So those are some of the benefits of saw palmetto there. So I'm going to stop here for today. Sorry, guys, that it was so shaky starting off, but hopefully I get my point across. And that's it. I see Miss Lorna have her hand.
Hey, Novlet, you're muted.
Sorry. I was just chatting away. So I'm gonna let it play because there's some testimonies I want you guys to hear. And that's the crew from back in 2021. But there's some powerful testimonies in there, so I'll let it roll. So let me get back to the video. Ms. Race?
Go ahead, Miss Lorna. You're on mute.
Okay, there you go. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here. I enjoyed this presentation, Ms. Novlet. You did an excellent job as usual. Always love to hear your presentation because you go into details. And
Thank you.
you know, the products, the healthcare products that you mentioned, they are off the chain. They're awesome. And I just wanted to give you guys a quick testimony of because we're talking about health, and I have a lot of testimonies about Atomy's products, all the products, but I will just stick to the healthcare product tonight. So what I'm going to talk to you about is the milk thistle. And let me tell you something, guys. If you're here for the first time, you should be blown away by this story, because these supplements are godsend, okay? So in 2019, I discovered just by accident that there was a spot on my liver, and through an MRI, through some phantom pain that I had, which had nothing to do with anything, but we'll believe that God sent that pain so that I can get an MRI done. Got the MRI done, discovered there's a spot on my liver. So, you know, God-fearing person as I am, you know, the doctor said, don't worry, because the first thing you jump to is, oh my God, it's cancer, right? So I didn't worry. And then afterwards, he said, go to your doctor. The doctor checked the MRI. She said, yes, definitely, there's a spot and I'm concerned. So I'm going to want to send you to get another MRI in a couple of weeks. So I was already a member of Atomy, and I was only taking the healthcare, not the healthcare, sorry, I was using the facial products, and I was using the toothpaste and the toothbrush. So I jumped online and I said, look, I better do something about my health, okay? So I ordered the Himohim and I ordered the milk thistle right away. And I started to take those diligently, okay? Few months went by, I went back to the doctor. She said, okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit more time to get the MRI done, the second MRI, or the third MRI, I should say. And because she did give me the second MRI before everything started kicking in, and it did show the spot, so she confirmed it the second MRI. Taking the milk thistle and the Himohim, went back and got my MRI done, the third one, okay, and this was January of last year. I got the third MRI done, and lo and behold, guys, that spot was gone. It was eradicated, okay? Let me tell you, and I feel blessed to know that this company here is a God-sent company, and that's why I'm here today, because I could be, you know, it could be, and I don't even want to say, but God knows what he's doing. And these products that Ms. Novelet talked about, they are awesome. There's a blessing from God, this company, and you guys will not be sorry, because let me tell you how your liver is important to you, right? We only have one liver. And if that liver is gone, what can you do? You know, it stays and it just festers and festers until you end up dying of liver disease. And we don't want that. So with these products, you just take them diligently and nonstop. And I tell you, we got Mitch here, Mr. Mitch on the call. I'm telling you guys, these work, okay? They work like a charm, and I will continue to spread the good news to everyone. And that's how I signed up a lot of people too, because of the fact that they hear my testimony and they feel my spirit, and they know that what I'm saying to them is true, okay? It's real. So let me tell you guys, jump on your website, order your products. Don't be afraid to try them. Don't wait until something happens, and then you're gonna say, oh my gosh, now I'm gonna try them. Although you will get help, but try to keep using the product to prevent diseases from coming to you, okay guys? That's all the time I'm gonna take, but just enjoy your products, all right? Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Awesome testimony.
Anyone else?
Right. Anyone that has any kind of testimonial or anything that they want to, any remarks, they're more than welcome to unmute themselves. And then, or I'll put it in the chat room, and we can also answer the question that way if you don't want to unmute. All right.
Okay,
Go ahead, Miss
hello,
Joy. I
hello.
saw you on mute.
I have.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Miss Novelet, despite the hitches, you nailed it. You nailed it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, I cannot think of spending my Sunday afternoons in no other way. This is awesome, awesome. And I see some new people on here. Oh my gosh, thank you all for coming on. The information is beyond words. So thanks again. But I just wanted to say just a little, these products work. And as I said in my presentation 2 Saturdays ago, God sent him for us. God sent Atomy for us. So everyone, do not take Atomy lightly. It is here for us to help us financially, health-wise, and, you know, tell everyone, it doesn't matter if they don't listen to you now, they'll listen one day, but just keep sharing, just keep sharing. I see our Sharon, I'm a Sharon Rose Master, by the way, and I see our other Sharon Rose Master on there. I don't know if he would like to give you all his testimony to tell you what Atomy has done for him and how well he's doing. So thanks again for coming on, everyone. Thank you, Ms. Novelet. I'm so sorry to hear about your daughter, and I do hope God will strengthen you and strengthen her. And as you know, the days go by, you all will be happy with Atomy. So thanks again.
Great, Miss Joy.
There's a
Thank you.
question. Someone asked a question. Let me go back. How long before they start seeing results with taking hemoheme for endometriosis or fibroids? I can't say. It's just something they will have to take, and as they go to the doctor, because as you detox, because for us, for things to start growing in our bodies, whether it's cancer, any type of growth, our pH has to be off. It's no longer in the neutral state. So as we become more acidic, these things happen. What hemoheme does through detoxification and cleansing the body is help to bring it back to the neutral state. So as your body neutralizes itself, things will start to happen. So it's each person, it's different. It's how acidic the body is. Are you now doing a lifestyle change? Because at the end of the day, hemoheme is going to help you to get started, but the individual now have to decide that I'm going to do a lifestyle change, because as the saying goes, if you keep doing the same thing over and over, you're going to get the same results. This is why a lot of people will say, oh, I go into remission, and then the cancer comes back 5 or 10 years later, because nothing is changed. The lifestyle hasn't changed. You have to change the lifestyle to help the body along as you take the product. So I always say this is a lifestyle change. You really have to decide. Yes, hemoheme too, you could, I guess, cut it in half. For the 5-year-old, you can give them half. My niece has been taking hemoheme for a while. Yeah.
They're talking about under 5 though.
Oh, under 5? I guess maybe a spoon or something like that. Remember, it's natural. So you can do
natural. Yeah. My grandson has been taking it since he was 4. He's now 7. But when you're starting off, you just give them a little teaspoon, like half of a teaspoon. And it will really help them. He used to have itch, like psoriasis in his skin, on his arm, and that hemoheme has really helped him, along with the vitamin C. And then I get the omega-3 for kids, and it really helped him. And he's as sharp as a tack. He's 7.
I want to.
So great. My testimony. So everyone who is here that is listening, these products are for sure a God-given product that changes lives. 100%. My daughter, she was suffering with ear infection ever since she was little. If you can't imagine the doctor giving you antibiotics for her every single time. I don't know how much antibiotics she was on, but year after year, because every time she get an ear infection, she can't sleep. So I have to go to the doctor with her. And what do they give me? Antibiotics. And as our leader just said, she said that antibiotic goes against your immune system. It goes against it. So year after year, my daughter would get even sick, even more sick, more coughing. The coughing wouldn't stop. The ear infection would go away when the doctor give me the antibiotic for her, but it get worse. Her immune system was weak. She couldn't sleep at night. Running nose. It was really hard. Sometimes I think that she wouldn't even make it for the amount of cough that she would get every single second or so. It is when a friend of mine gave me the hemoheme. I took it for myself, but I did my research on it, and I understood and I did some research about the antibiotics too, and I understood probably maybe, that too much antibiotic is going on in my daughter's, in her body. And at that time, she was 1 year old, 2 years old, 3 years old. It is when she became 4, I got introduced with the hemoheme. I gave her a teaspoon of hemoheme every single morning. And ever since then, till now, right now, she's 6 years old. She never had ear infection again, never had that cough again, no running nose. She's sleeping at night, and she just loves the hemoheme. She thinks that it's chocolate, she doesn't even give me a hard, she didn't give me a hard time. at all because she says it's chocolate. She really believes that it's chocolate. So it transformed my whole entire life. You know, at the time I was hopeless. I couldn't do nothing but the hemo hymn. God sent the hemo hymn to change my life, and it changed my daughter's life. And this is when I took off with Atomy. Everywhere I go, hemo hymn, hemo hymn. Taking, you got a headache, take hemo hymn. You got a cold, take hemo hymn. So that's what happened. So yes, the hemo hymn, you can give it, but you don't give the whole entire pack, but a little drop, a little teaspoon or something. You know, especially with COVID and it's the flu season. You know, we give our kids the vitamin C. We can, you know, try a little bit of hemo hymn as well. It's not going to do any harm.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank
you for that, Miss Doreen. So guys,
You're welcome.
Even the young ones can get, you just have to remember that it's plant-based. There is no side effects with plant-based products. And that's a wonderful thing. You just give them a smaller dose. And you
Yeah, hold
unmute him.
on.
That's it.
Guys,
So you gotta say, unbelievable.
Yeah, on live.
Yeah,
On live, man.
Go ahead.
Let me unmute myself so you.
So Nick will end with Mitch's testimony. I really wanted everyone to hear it, but I want you guys to understand how powerful these products are. So let's go with this.
You guys can hear me?
We can hear you.
We
We can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Great. When I say how you guys doing, you gotta say unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm telling you. We have the best company in the planet, the best of the best. If you happen to be in this call today, this is your blessed day. Today is Sunday. So, you know, you can say hallelujah. So let me tell you guys, I have so many testimonies. So that one testimony, Miss Love a lot, is about the thyroid. But let me tell you guys one other testimony that I have. As you can see, guys, you don't start the product and stop. This is your food. That's nutrients. See, it's on my desk. This is my, this one right there, guys. I don't know if you guys taking it. This is the Kinko and Nato. Kinko and Nato, it's the global. It's very good for the brain. And I take my red ginseng. I like this one because it's easy for me to just take it. And my hemo, of course, my vitamin C, always taking the products. You know, I never stop taking my products because it's like, they're like food, you know, because that's what they are. Okay, they nutrients, great supplement for the body. Since we have a lot of new people on the call, let me just give my testimony about the thyroid. Guys, I had thyroid for over 2 years where I was losing a lot of weight. I get hot, cold. You know, I was shaking like an old man and I think I was gonna die. I was about to get operated. They were about to remove my thyroid. I did 2 biopsies. They thought I had cancer. And 2 weeks, you know, I was waiting for my surgery. Somebody called me about business opportunity. Where they introduced Atomy to me, well, thanks God, you know, this guy called me about this great company and I listened and I get introduced to Hemohim and he didn't know even I was sick. That was Leader David from Georgia because the person that called me at first didn't know anything about the company. He just heard about it and he called me. Guys, listen to me. I was taking a lot of medication. I was getting worse. My eyes came out of my head. I was shaking, losing weight. I was hot. I was cold. Couldn't sleep at night. And let me tell you, the doctors, you know, keep switching, give me metaprazole, however you call them, a bunch of medication. But I was only getting worse. And it's like, if you don't remove the thyroid, you're gonna die. And this great company came at the right time, you know, and less than a week taking the Hemohim and vitamin C, guys. And I tell you what, I finally get a chance. I slept that night. I went to this phase where you call it detoxification, where I use the bathroom really often. And and I call my wife and she's like, you know, keep using it. And guys, I felt like, you know, a new person. So I called my doctor for blood work before the surgery. Okay. So I'm wrapping up this testimony for you guys. The doctor couldn't believe it. And he told me, you know, come back after 2 weeks, guys. And the doctor's like, he never seen anything like this. When I showed him what I was taking, he asked me, and he went to the computer, do his research. He was shocked. It's like he never seen a result like this. And he asked me for the box, so I give him a little box of him on him. Guys, let me tell you, everything about this company, guys, every single products are miracles.
Yeah, that was an awesome testimonial. I love that testimonial.
So hopefully, you know, if you're new, you get it that the products work. You just have to take it for yourself. If you have health challenges, you take it and get your result, like Miss Lana and Mitch and all the other individuals that, as I play the other videos, you'll hear their testimonies. Take the product, let it do its job for you if you have any health challenges, and you will have a powerful testimony to therefore go out and share. But when I tell you the products work, they work. So I know Nick has to go. I'm not seeing any hands raised or anything, so, but hopefully you all learned something new today that you did not know. And I wanted to show a short, do you have time, Nick, for like 5 minutes?
Actually, I got to run. My
Okay.
dad is gonna come in a minute to get me, so
The vitamin C, okay.
go ahead.
It's the vitamin C show the different colors, the color code. They know what they're doing. I wanted to show the video about there is a food color code, and they put it all in our vitamin C. So the red is vitality, the orange is boost your immunity, the green digestive system and detoxification, purple and blue relaxation, antioxidant, and kill free radicals, and the yellow is for your brains. If you notice, you saw that on the food color chart with the vitamin C. They put it all in there. So guys, take that vitamin C. I can always play that video another time.
Yeah, we can play it Monday.
Yes, so have a wonderful weekend.
I'm sorry, Novelet, real quickly. I'm so sorry. Good morning, everybody. That was just amazing, amazing, amazing. The liver situation, the milk thistle. I met a young lady whose son has liver issues and actually waiting for a liver transplant. At what point has he gone too far to introduce this to him, to the mother, so that
I can always say give it a try and see what happens. I had a young lady that had that was actually on dialysis. Oh no, that's her kidney. Give it a try.
Yeah. Start with the hemo, of course, and all the other things, and then milk thistle. Yeah, okay. All right, thank you. Since that we're out of time, I will leave it at that. Thank you, Novelet, as always. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And real quickly, the gentleman that the last person that testified, for those who are not in the South Florida area, we actually met this gentleman in person.
Yes.
Yes, he lives in Palm Beach. So whenever we have the Atomy meetings, he's there in person testifying. So it's just amazing. The testimonies were just wonderful. Thank you. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you.
He's been on here a couple of times to sharing his testimonies on this Momentum Morning. So
yes,
I have seen him
before. But it makes a big difference if you know you actually met the person in person.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, everyone, have a wonderful weekend. See you all next.
Have a good weekend.
Thank
We'll
you.
be back on Monday.
Happy Memorial Day, everyone.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
same.
right.
Thanks. Same to you guys.
Be safe out there.
Thank you.
Thank you. You do likewise.
Thank you, everyone.
Even though it's Memorial Day, we're still going to have our call on Monday, so there is going to be a call. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Oh, the video? Oh, yeah, I'll post it. Sorry.
Oh, of course, you're going to post it.
And Nick
thank you, Rose, for mentioning that, because I was thinking, I'm sure that's going to be posted. Yeah, I need that video.
Yeah.
Those testimonies.